Representative Mean Gene Schmidt is a person who lost her primary, actually, to someone even more conservative, which boggles the imagination. So, because she's incredibly conservative, that's why her nickname is Mean Gene Schmidt. Well, she actually got the wrong news, as a lot of people in the country did, and thought that the Supreme Court had ruled the healthcare law unconstitutional. That's what led to this hilarious reaction.
Speak!
Oh, thank God! No! They took it away? Yay!
Okay, all right. Sometimes we say conservatives crazy. Like, I get it. I'm sure a lot of people were celebrating who were liberals when they got the real news, etc. But like,
it was her own. Okay. I said this on 20. It was her own personal tribute to Nora Ephron, who passed this week, who wrote that famous orgasm scene that Meg Ryan had in When Harry Met Sally.
I'll have what the woman on the cell phone is having.
Exactly. Right? That's exactly right.
Okay, now speaking of crazy Republicans, the hit list goes on. In this case, it's conservative talk show host Michael Savage. And speaking of seizures, he's got an interesting theory on why Chief Justice Roberts ruled the way that he did.
Let's talk about Roberts. I'm going to tell you something that you're not going to hear anywhere else, that you must pay attention to. It's well known that Roberts, unfortunately for him, has suffered from epileptic seizures. Therefore, he has been on medication. Therefore, neurologists will tell you that medication used for seizure disorders, such as epilepsy, can introduce mental slowing, forgetfulness, and other cognitive problems. And if you look at Robert's writings, you can see the cognitive dissociation in what he is saying. And I'll read it to you. It's 2 paragraphs. Try to focus.
So Roberts forgot that he was conservative.
Right.
Because, it happens.
And by that logic, what Savage is saying, we should get rid of health care so that Roberts can't get his seizure medication.
And by the way, he wrote a whole opinion. It wasn't disjointed. It was perfectly logical. You might disagree with it, but it was an erudite opinion. It wasn't like, oh my God, oh, I meant to write unconstitutional. I wrote constitutional.
Get me my medication. Get me my clerk.
And by the way, Roberts, as we showed you earlier, has had the most conservative reign in his court has in almost history since the 1930s. Yeah. And in fact, he's been almost 100% in favor of the Chamber of Commerce. So was he having trouble with his medication then?
I'm sure Michael Savage has not been on the air consistently saying, I like this ruling, but I don't know if it's really what Roberts wants because he's got that seizure medication.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he was on it when he ruled 5-4 in favor of Citizens United.
Exactly.
Okay, so maybe we should invalidate all of Roberts' decisions. I'd take that deal.
Yeah, but I would take that deal. Absolutely, I'd take that deal.
I think we should listen to you guys carefully. Because you will not hear this anywhere else.
I love the way he directs his audience like that. He's like, no, you won't hear this. I know we won't hear it anywhere else because there's other lunatics out there.
Because it's a crock of shit. That's why you're not going to hear it anymore.